What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the third day of October today. Here we are with about 10 hours left in the day, just under that. We've moved down a little bit, moved down to 119K, but really, I don't care if we're at 119K. I don't care if we're at 118K. We're still at relatively high prices compared to where we were not even a week ago. And if we look at the liquidations, this is from last night, so I'm going to refresh it here. But man, the shorts, the fact that the shorts were here, I want to say that we were at like $2.2 billion, and the price was somewhere within this range. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many people are shorting this thing right now. Oh my God. They've only gone up and the longs have only come down. You guys, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're going to keep pumping. We are going to go to new all-time highs. We're not stopping until we're at new all-time highs. The closest thing to a stop that we're going to have is a day like today, is a day like this day. That's it. We're not going to do this thing where we're working our way up to our all-time highs. We move up and then we consolidate. We move up and then we consolidate. And then we move up and do it. No, we're just moving up. We're just moving up, you guys. We're not taking any steps along the way. No. We're just moving straight through the freaking roof. And that's pretty damn typical, actually, of this W pattern. Again, we were talking about this down here, right? If we get above this, when we get above this, you would expect that you just kind of move at a very, very fast pace all the way up to new all-time highs. Typically, with these Ws, you stop just above them. So I'm not thinking we just rip all the way to 150K from here. Maybe. Sometimes it happens. We've been consolidating for months, but I would think that we do stop probably just above this mark here, which is at 124.5K, maybe 127K, 128, 130, whatever, but something just above. We'll probably come back down and find some support there. That'll be our first kind of stopping point. That's what it seems like, at least, and it will be that way until the shorts stop shorting. If you keep shorting, you think that you're going to time the market, you guys, it's crazy, right? Like, the sentiment... Just imagine what this is telling us, right? There's just as many shorts as there are longs, essentially, give or take a couple $100 million. There's just as much volume in shorts as there are in longs, and we've done nothing but move up. We've done nothing but show that this is a perfectly executed full strength move, and people are shorting literally every step of the way. It's the same story that I've been saying the last 3 days. If you keep doing that, we're going to keep moving up. The sentiment, again, think about the sentiment there. There are people who are desperate right now to make back the money they had down here or just yesterday. So desperate they keep shorting, they keep pushing it back. Man, I'm not trying to laugh. I laugh not because I'm laughing at these people. If you're watching, if you're one of them, I laugh because I've been there, man. I get it. And desperate. Let me talk to you right now. Anybody who's trading out there, if you feel like you're desperate, if you just feel like that at all, if that resonates with you, stop trading. Just stop. Just take a break for a week or two. Take a break for a month. In fact, don't trade for the rest of the cycle even. But if that's too much of a pill to swallow, just take a break for a week. Come back to it, right? You can make more money leverage trading anyways, right? You can make more money faster anyways leverage trading. Just take a week off. We got a whole cycle to go. Just take a week off. Refresh your brain. That helps a lot sometimes. Or maybe just stay away from leverage trading. That helps more for the average person. Anyways, getting to work here. Looking at this high to low, we are right at the 1272. And typically, if you find resistance here, you go back to the 786, 886, even the golden ratio. However, I don't believe we're going to go down there. And I already know what some of the bearish people are going to say, that the people who are the reason why they're shorting. But this is exactly what we've forecasted for months now, that this exact kind of behavior would happen, which is that in the Bitcoin CME futures, we're going to have gaps. We're going to leave a gap behind, maybe 2 or 3 apparently, and then that's going to trap people. That's going to trap the bears into thinking, oh, I'm super smart. I have a secret that nobody else has. I'm just going to short because there's a gap here. We've never seen gaps that don't fill before. That's never happened in my life. I've never in my life seen a gap all the way down at 47K, let alone 39K, let alone 31K or 29K or even lower than that as we keep going down the list. I've never seen a gap that didn't get filled. This just never happened before. Yeah, keep waiting. Just like all these people waited for all these gaps to fill. You're going to keep waiting. This is how they get you. And typically in these, you only see gaps that don't fill when we're in these expansive phases. The gaps that fill always fill in the consolidation phases. And if you want to make the argument, well, we're still in a consolidation phase, I would actually argue that we're not. We're breaking out. This move is clearly a breakout move. Undoubtedly it is. Undoubtedly it is. Some of the most volume consistently that we've seen. Very strong. Sentiment was at low levels, right? We had our fear and greed index in the levels of fear that we normally see whenever we are at these low levels in price. You know, I like this so much better on my phone. CoinMarketCap. This is way better on mobile than it is on a desktop. But yeah, when we were at the lowest levels of fear and greed that we've been at since April, which we were at the same kind of area at a low point there in price. We were at a lot lower levels in fear, but anyways, again, the thing that all these bears, the people that are shorting, they think they have an advantage on versus anybody else is that there's these gaps down here. But you guys, I'm telling you, this W doesn't care about your gap. We're going to move up higher. If we were to find resistance here, okay, maybe we would have filled this one gap here, maybe. But I don't even think we're going to do that. That's the thing too, man. They're getting you hard, right? You've got one gap here. Oh, but I thought that gap was going to fill. Now you've got a second gap. You're like, okay, this one definitely will fill. There's never been two gaps in a row that didn't fill. We've never seen that happen before, right? Where there were two gaps in a row that didn't fill. No, that doesn't happen. That never happens. No, definitely not in these expansive phases where we get a gap here and we get a gap down here and they just, multiple gaps throughout this expansive phase. They all fill, always. Let's see. 1, 2 gaps right there that never filled. 1, 2 right in a row, day after day, literally. 3, 1, 2, 3 gaps in a row that never filled. If I'm speaking to you, if you're one of the bears shorting, this is how you know. This is your sign to stop. Let's get into the short-term analysis though. I'm sorry, I'm weighing in on this too much. 1272 at 120.5K right now. Typically you go down here, but the fact that you tried but you didn't, and you likely don't, and I'm sure there's a lot of people shorting right now. I mean, we can see the data because of the gap. That's why I'm getting stuck on it. I would assume that we move up to about 124K really, really fast. Okay. Now, what I will say is typically you don't just run through nonstop and break through your golden ratio. Typically, you would stop here, consolidate a little bit, and then move up. But typical with the W pattern, you wouldn't stop until you're above the W. In which case, might I offer the thought that we run all the way up to $126.7 to $128,000, somewhere in that area there, before we see any kind of correction. I would also offer another thought. Depending on where we are here, the day that we finally have less than $1 billion in shorts on a 24-hour period, that will be the day that or around the time that we will likely see some kind of consolidation effort. Okay, for a week, for a couple weeks, right? I don't think October is just going to be a straight moonshot month. Maybe it will. Maybe this is literally the month. We're just going to move up like this the whole freaking month. We're just going to do this the whole month, you guys. I'm even lagging a little bit. Let's see. That'd put us up. We'd be above $200,000 by the end of this month. I doubt that happens. We're going to see some consolidation at some point, but we got a lot of growth to go. Let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll zoom out from here. 1 hour time frame. 46 minutes left, yes. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. Bullish as hell. Bullish beyond all belief. Volume died off as you were consolidating. When did volume come back in? As you moved up. Bouncing off the 50. Stochastics look bullish. MACD overall is bullish. It's the 1 hour, so who cares? But it looks bullish, right? You're building bearish momentum, and you're getting higher lows. That's bullish. I don't care what time frame we're on. 4 hour time frame. The 1 hour might not be helpful for the MACD, but whenever you're actually doing things, it's got more significance to it than when you're just moving sideways and doing nothing. 4 hour time frame looks bullish as hell, right? Imagine all the poor saps right here that thought, oh, there's bearish divergence. That means go short. And then it just kept climbing. Oh, again, I'm not laughing because I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing because I just remember being at that same level, man. Bouncing off the overboughts on here. 1 hour, 45 minutes left in this 4-hour candle. I bet we move up, man. 1 hour time frame looks too bullish. America's waking up. We're going to move through the roof. Stochastics are getting bullishly stronger. What word was I looking for there? I don't know. They are bullishly inclined is what I was trying to say. The MACD looks like it's about to touch tips, and we love touching tips. That normally is a bullish thing. Whenever you do that, you touch tips, and then you move on up, right? Typically. So we're right at a point to bounce there. With that being said, there is some bearish divergence actually on the MACD. If we look at this, dating back here, lower highs, that would be good enough for a move all the way down to 114K. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I'm wrong and we crash all the way down to 114K, please don't go short down there. Please don't sell your cryptos down there. Please just buy more or hold at the very least, because then everything that we've talked about is still going to happen. It's just there's a speed bump along the way. What's a $6,000 dip between a $120,000 asset? It's not that much. Who cares? But I doubt that happens. The MACD's bearish divergence, it's not that it's respected less, it's just it's on the 4-hour. I would say I wouldn't hold to that as much as I would to these divergences, and right now these have no divergences and they look very, very positive, and the structure overall is just positive. Being up above like this, I mean, just this move, it seems like we're nowhere close to being done. A daily time frame just got overbought, stochastics are overbought, and the MACD is crossing back above the zero. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, all systems go, you guys. What a bullish week we have right now, 7% up. When's the last time we had a 7% week or more? That was back in July, June, May. So we've gotten one May, June, July, but we just haven't had one since then, since July. Looking at this here from, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this high to low. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. Consolidating right below the 1272, holding the 100. That's super bullish. We're going to rip right up to 140K, you guys. 140K by the middle of the month, well before Halloween. We'll probably consolidate there, and then going into the end of the month, we should be reaching for 150, 160, or higher. We really could be at about 180K by the end of this month, if not sometime in early November. The move that we're going to see is larger than anything that we've seen, I mean, really this whole cycle. I think this move, right now, we're in the process of a move that will be bigger than anything else we've seen this whole cycle. High to low here. Nothing really matching up, honestly. Some turbulence at that 160K, 155K area, that's for sure. But nothing really matching up here. I like 183K as a point of resistance, ultimately. Maybe 130K right there. Little point right there. Let's line this up with our cycle high to lows real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. High to low here. A lot going on at this 180K area. A lot going on. Significant fibs on all accounts. 130K right there at the 1414. This 1414. That 1272. All right there just below 130K. I mean, we're at 120 now, you guys. I was saying 126, but hell, maybe we do just rip right up to 130K from here. And then we consolidate. And then we go into the end of the month rallying higher. There's one more thing that I want to look at real quick. Yep, the ribbons look great. Monthly ribbon, of course, looks great. What about the daily? Daily's crossing back up to the upside here. It was kind of neutral. You know, whenever you do stuff like this, you don't get as much respect. But I think this looks like the real deal. So we're probably going to continue to grow at a very, very unprecedented rate right now. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, you guys. I think everything's been said. Bitcoin looks bullish as hell, and that's about it, man. We're at 120K right now. If we come down at all, I personally at this point doubt that we get below 117K. But even if we went down to 114K, who cares? If you're shorting, if you're contributing to this mass delirium that the bears are feeling right now, just I pray for you, you know? And I'm not the type to pray, but man, I pray for these guys, because this is, it's sad. It's sad watching people short this all the way up. You're literally just giving money, and you're feeding the fire is what it is. I'm glad, like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that we're having momentum going up, and we need those shorts. We don't need them, but they help, right? It literally fuels the fire. I just hope that nobody watching this, I hope that none of you are part of that desperate delirium thinking that you're going to have a second chance, because there's no more chances, guys. Bitcoin, understand, this was your chance. This right here, this right here, this right here, and this right here. Those were your chances. You had ample opportunities since July, and if you didn't take them, well, you're going to regret it, or you're probably already regretting it, and it's only going to get worse. Unless you're in, just invest. If you're in the markets, you're fine. Just put your money in the markets and don't worry about it. Go to sleep. It's so much easier than trying to time it and do all these trades. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.